You say that Al-Qaeda is going to hate us no matter what. Do you have any source saying that they're going to hate us no matter what?
I would argue that their goal is set out to provoke terror upon Western nations. So by default, that would be hatred towards the U.S.
Osama said that he attacked us because we supported Israel. Now, our foreign policy in Israel has not changed in the past 15 years. 20? Okay. Anyway, our foreign policy hasn't changed in Israel. And that was Al-Qaeda's leader. He attacked us because of Israel. Don't you think that they're going to still hate us because of Israel?
Speaking of terrorists in general, however, the widespread, one might say, anti-American sentiment that we are now trying to rid of, and successfully so, is what turns terrorists to terrorism against our nation, not our relationship with Israel.
We're not successfully destroying terrorism, though. It's been proven through the congressional research that terrorism has increased.
So are you setting out to prove that if we were not allies with Israel, terrorism against the Middle East, or terrorism against our country would not be a thing? Al-Qaeda would not target us?
It would still exist because we are funding Saudi Arabia with weapons and money.
How does that promote the terrorism?
Because they're giving it to Islamic radical groups who do hate us because we're giving weapons to Israel.
So Islamic radical groups hate us because we're giving weapons to Israel. So your argument is that if we were not allies with Israel, there would be no terrorism.
We're also killing civilians with the drone strikes. We're killing 49 civilians to 1 terrorist.
We've proved that statistic is wildly inaccurate, though. It's not pertinent anymore at all.
Our statistic was from the government. And also, the missiles that we're giving to Israel, these missiles were agreed not to be used to protect civilian populations, and this violates the treaty signed by the Palestinians and Israelis.
So
don't you think that
what is your impact for the argument that extremists may lash out more because of this?
Yes, because they hate us more because we're violating their treaty by giving them weapons.
So, do you have quotes or statistics citing how terrorists have lashed out as a result of this treaty violation?
Wait, what's your question? Sorry.
Do you have any quotes or statistics citing how terrorists have lashed out as a direct result of this treaty violation?
They have not lashed out yet, however, terrorism has increased in numbers.
Okay, I would argue that we're minimizing terrorism. My question actually was that you hammered that we are creating terrorists, and as we have proved, we are largely minimizing terrorism, as in Afghanistan, where we have created a peaceful environment and are now able to pull out of the country with a secure government. So how do you, my question was going to be, how do you plan to prove that we are going to terrorism?